Our year-end interview series continues this evening, and tonight we're hearing from Winnipeg Mayor Scott Gillingham. CTV lead anchor Maralee Caruso sat down with the mayor recently, and there was a lot to go over, from the huge overhaul of the transit system to keeping life affordable for Winnipeggers. Here's part one of that interview.
He reopened Portage and Main to pedestrians, launched a weekly repeat offender bulletin highlighting the need for bail reform, and passed a new bylaw cracking down on where homeless encampments are allowed. 2025 was a busy year for Winnipeg Mayor Scott Gillingham, who's already announced he plans to seek re-election next year. So as we wrap up this year and look ahead to the next, Mayor Gillingham joins us in studio to talk all about it. So nice to see you. Happy holidays.
You as well. Thank you very much, Maralee, for the opportunity. Always great to sit down with you.
Yeah. You know what? I know from the past years when we've sat down like this, I know your least favorite task this time of year is hanging Christmas lights. But I don't know if you've ever shared what you look forward to over the holidays. Do you have special traditions or activities you hold dear this time of year?
Well, I'm a big Christmas fan, so the entire Christmas season, the lead up to Christmas, the post-Christmas, is something I always look forward to. And so as a family, you know, we have the blessing of a great family. We're going to get together several times throughout the holiday season here. And it's about family, and certainly, you know, as a former pastor, then anything related to the Christmas story is important to me as well. And we look forward to all aspects of it. And usually there's too much food involved, and then you like all, you know, many of us, we, you know, end up on some, you know, trying to get outside to do more exercise because we've consumed a lot of great food.
Do you cook the turkey or get up early for Boxing Day sales, or?
No, I've got up early for Boxing Day sales once, many years ago with my late father-in-law. It's a great story, but
did you get anything good?
We did. Many years ago, we stood in line to get a TV at one of those, you know, places that sells TVs. We got a great deal on it, but that was many years ago when the TVs were these big boxes. Of course, now they're all flat screen, and we laugh about it now that we stood in line for this great big behemoth of a TV.
You know, when we look back at the year that was in 2025, Winnipeg Transit's overhaul was not only a big change and undertaking for the city, but a big change for Winnipeg riders, many of whom say they're still dealing with a lot of headaches over this new system. Knowing what you know now in hindsight, was this overhaul a move you would do again? Was it the right change to make at the right time? Yeah,
I would do it again because the old system wasn't working well, and we forget, I think, that there were a lot of complaints with the old system. It just wasn't, it had roots meandering, you know, through the city, kind of snaky through the city. There's a lot of pass-ups, a lot of overcrowding. So the move is the right move. I'm not pleased with the way we've rolled it out completely, and we are making adjustments. And we said at the outset, even before, you know, late June, that we went to the primary transit network, we said, look, this can be a brand new system, biggest overhaul ever. We're going to need to make adjustments as we go. And so we're making those adjustments. Like just this month, for example, we have added more buses before school, because we heard from some school students and parents that they're trying to get to high school or middle school, and the bus was too full and there'd be pass-ups. So we've added more buses. We're adding more late-night service. We're changing the locations of some bus stops. So more to come. We're making the fixes, and we're going to keep fixing it and getting until it, you know, really becomes a system that we want it to be. But overall, Maralee, I'm in one way not surprised we're having to make some adjustments. I'm just, you know, not thrilled that we're having to make this many adjustments this soon.
But the adjustments will continue until it's right.
They will. Ultimately, the new system that we have is going to be a better system overall for the future. And right now we have to make some adjustments, and we're making them. And we'll keep you know, making the changes necessary in this new system to you know, to deliver the kind of service that people need.
Affordability is a major burden on Winnipeggers right now. Property taxes, sewer rates, water rates, I mean, everything keeps going up on top of everything else in life. As mayor, looking to the next year, is there anything, or do you have any plans to do anything to make the affordability crisis a little less of a burden on Winnipeggers?
It's a really great question. We have made several steps, or taken several steps to maintain affordability. So right now, the property tax increase we brought in this year means that Winnipeggers still enjoy the lowest municipal property taxes of any major city in Canada. And also, our staff on the water sewer rates, they had proposed actually larger increases to water sewer to pay for the North End sewage treatment plant, which we have to fund. We as a council said those rates proposed are too high. So go back and readjust it. And what we brought in now is smaller increases, much smaller, $44, I think, for this year increase. Again, so it's still investing in that key infrastructure, which we have to build the North End treatment plant. It's not an exciting thing to talk about, Maralee, but we have to build that North End plant, but doing so in a way that really has an eye on trying to maintain affordability for Winnipeggers.
Speaking of property taxes, you have announced that you will seek re-election. Under a second term as mayor, what would property taxes look like?
Oh yeah, so there's too soon to to talk about that at the right time. I'll make an informal announcement, and at the right time, somewhere down the way, a campaign platform would come out. But right now, we're focused on some of the many important files that we have started in the first 3 years of this term, and trying to get many of those move further down the road or even completed in the months remaining in this term.
Let's talk about crime, because it is a big concern, especially in the city of Winnipeg. I know both the city and province have announced additional police officers,
yes.
but given the state of retail and violent crime and the concerns around it, do we need even more?
Well, we're looking at that, as you mentioned. In this year, 2026, we're adding 18 more police officers. So over the last 2 years, we'll have added, in 2 years combined, 36 police officers. We're also making investments in what's called the Safe Winnipeg Initiative, which was the Downtown Community Safety Partnership, in partnership with the Winnipeg Police Service, the Fire Paramedic Service, our Community Safety Officers, which is our transit team, really coordinating to make sure we can establish a blanket of safety in the downtown. At the outset of this, segment, you talked about the fact that I called for, with other mayors, I called for a change to the federal bail system, and the federal government announced that they were making changes. So they responded to our call as mayors to make our streets safer by keeping repeat violent offenders off our streets. So we're making some movement there as well, but we'll keep, working on the initiatives and the investments needed to give residents more confidence in public safety, and certainly businesses as well. There's more to do there.
The police chief has actually said he feels as though Winnipeg needs a 5th police station in South Winnipeg in particular. Where do you stand on that? Do you think we need another police station?
Yeah, I'm very open. Police Chief Bowers is our new police chief, so I think that's an important thing to look back on in 2025. That was a really important hire. It was strategic. I was on the hiring committee, and really appreciate the leadership that Gene Bowers as our police chief is giving to the Winnipeg Police Service. I'm certainly open very much to talking to the chief about what he sees as priorities to enhance the delivery of police services in Winnipeg. So if the chief wants to have that conversation, I'm open to that conversation.